Tokenized stocks, your profits untaxed. Just days ago, the biggest IPO in history happened. SpaceX went public at $1.77 trillion, and within hours, you could trade it on-chain 24/7 as a tokenized stock. But here's what almost nobody noticed. The platform that made that happen just set up what could be the biggest airdrop in crypto history. Not some random token that dumps 90% on day one, actual stock in one of the biggest exchanges on the planet. Biggest IPO ever, followed by the biggest airdrop ever. What if I told you the next major crypto airdrop won't be some random governance token that dumps 90% on day one? It could be actual stock in one of the biggest crypto exchanges on the planet. Sounds crazy, right? But this might be the single most asymmetric airdrop setup of 2026, and almost nobody is talking about it yet. Here's exactly what's happening, why it could be historic, and how to position yourself right now. First, the big picture. Tokenized stocks are the fastest growing category in all of crypto right now. Tokenized real-world assets, or RWA, have more than tripled in the past year to around $32 billion by May 2026. That's over 200% growth in barely 12 months. BlackRock, Nasdaq, Deutsche Börse, the biggest names in traditional finance are all piling in. Standard Chartered projects this market hits $30 trillion by 2034. And within RWA, one category is growing faster than everything else. Tokenized equities, stocks on the blockchain. At the start of 2025, they were worth about $32 million. By January 2026, $963 million, a 2,900% jump in a single year. Over 100 tokenized US stocks and ETFs, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, the S&P 500, all trading 24/7 on-chain. You can LP with them. You can use them as collateral. This is traditional finance merging with crypto in real time. And at the center of it all is one platform. That platform is xStocks. It was originally built by a Swiss fintech company called Backed Finance, regulated under the Swiss DLT Act, fully compliant, every token backed one-to-one by real securities held by a regulated custodian. They offer over 100 tokenized US stocks and ETFs. Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, you name it. Trading 24/7, on-chain, composable with DeFi. You can LP with tokenized Tesla. You can use tokenized Apple as collateral for a loan. Things you literally cannot do in traditional finance. And here's the kicker. In December 2025, Kraken acquired Backed Finance entirely. This isn't a partnership. Kraken owns xStocks now. Since that acquisition, xStocks has passed $25 billion in combined trading volume, attracted over 80,000 unique holders, and is now partnering with Nasdaq to distribute tokenized stocks to European investors. Remember that SpaceX IPO I mentioned at the start? This is where it matters. The largest IPO in history, $1.77 trillion, bigger than Tesla, popped 19% on day one. But forget the stock market for a second. Look at what happened on-chain. On Binance Wallet alone, the tokenized SpaceX campaign pulled in $557 million from nearly 28,000 wallets in just 28 hours. Let that sink in. $500 million on-chain for a tokenized stock in barely a day. And here's the kicker, demand was so insane that supply ran out. Binance, Bybit, Kraken, they all got way fewer shares than people wanted. Some got refunded entirely. The appetite for tokenized stocks literally broke the system. Meanwhile, anyone with a crypto wallet was trading SpaceX on xStocks as SPCX 24/7 through the weekend, while Wall Street investors sat there waiting for Monday's opening bell. The entire thesis of tokenized stocks proving itself in real time. And the next ones are already lined up. Anthropic just filed, OpenAI is right behind. Every mega IPO of this cycle is heading on-chain. Through this exact platform, the one quietly setting up the airdrop we're about to talk about. Now here's where it gets interesting for us as users. In March 2026, xStocks launched the xPoints rewards program. If you've been in crypto long enough, you know what a points program means. It's the playbook. Blur did it. Hyperliquid did it. Points come first. The token comes after. xStocks hasn't officially confirmed a token or an airdrop yet. But their own messaging says, and I quote, "At the end of the season, participation matters." That's about as loud as a hint gets without saying the word airdrop. Here's how the points work. There are 3 tiers. Just holding xStocks earns the base rate, 1 times. Lending out on-chain earns 5 times. And providing liquidity earns 7 times, the highest. Plus, if you register early through a referral link, you lock in a permanent 20% bonus on all future points for the entire season. That boost doesn't expire. The earlier you're in, the more it compounds. Okay, here's the take that might break the internet. This is speculation. But once you see how deep it goes, you'll understand why I think this could be the most valuable airdrop in crypto history. Kraken owns xStocks. xStocks tokenizes stocks. And Kraken is about to become a publicly traded stock itself. So what if Kraken doesn't airdrop a governance token? What if they airdrop tokenized Kraken shares? Before you say people would just dump it, look at what Kraken has quietly built in the last 18 months. Billions of dollars in acquisitions in the last year alone, 6 deals and counting. NinjaTrader, $1.5 billion. Bitnomial, up to $550 million, making them the only crypto-native company with all 3 major CFTC licenses. Regulated spot, futures, and options under one roof in the US. They bought Reap, $600 million, a stablecoin payments company, and launched Kraken, a payments super app taking on Venmo and PayPal, already downloaded over 450,000 times across 160 countries, with a MasterCard debit card attached. They bought Magna, the largest token vesting platform in crypto, so they own the rails for doing token distributions at scale. And there's Inc., Kraken's own Layer 2 blockchain, already with $450 million locked in with its own lending and trading built on top. Oh, and one more thing. In March 2026, Kraken became the first crypto company in history to get a Federal Reserve master account. Direct access to the Fed's payment rails, the same plumbing JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs use. A crypto exchange on the Fed's payment system. Let that land. And the crown jewel. Kraken partnered with NASDAQ to build a gateway that lets NASDAQ-listed companies issue tokenized shares straight onto blockchains, with full legal rights, dividends, voting, all preserved. Expected to go live in the first half of 2027. This isn't a crypto exchange anymore. It's a financial super app with a Fed account, a NASDAQ partnership, and its own blockchain. Now hold all that in your head, and picture what a tokenized Kraken stock airdrop would actually do. To claim it, you'd need a Kraken account. Millions of farmers flood in, verified and activated, and they land on a platform that does everything. Stocks, futures, payments to 160 countries, yield, DeFi, all in one place. They sign up and think, wait, why would I use 5 different apps when this does it all? They stay. That's the retention flywheel. And here's the key. Every xPoints farmer is holding tokenized Kraken stock. So as Kraken grows, their airdrop gets more valuable. They're financially incentivized to stay, to trade more, to bring their friends in. Every airdrop in history has been extractive. Giveaway tokens, users dump, value destroyed. This would be the first one that's accretive. Users and the company win together. Is it confirmed? No. Could it just be a regular ecosystem token? Sure. But even then, you're farming on a platform with a Fed master account and a NASDAQ partnership. The floor is high, and if the stock thesis plays out, this could be the most valuable airdrop in crypto history. All right, let's get practical. Here's how to position yourself, and I'll show you the easiest path most guides aren't even covering. Step 1. Open the referral link in the description. That's what locks in your permanent 20% boost. It drops you on the xStocks page. Connect your Solana wallet, then hit participate, and just like that, you're registered for xPoints. Now scroll down the page. These are the 3 ways to earn. Tap through each one. Holding, lending, and providing liquidity. The whole thing takes under a minute. Step 2. Pick your lane from those 3. Want maximum points? Provide liquidity for the 7 times multiplier. Want something simpler? Lending pays 5 times the points. Just want passive exposure? Hold xStocks for the base rate. Step 3. Use dGate wallet. The link is in the description too. This is hands down the easiest way to earn xPoints because dGate's turbo range lets you provide liquidity with just USDC and 1 click. Connect your wallet and open a pool. Tesla, Nvidia, MicroStrategy, even the whole S&P 500. Pick the stock you'd hold anyway. 1 click and turbo range handles the rest. Your tokens sit in the pool earning trading fees, and the xPoints stack on top around the clock. No complicated setups. No manually balancing positions. No bridging headaches. You're double dipping, real yield plus airdrop points, and it's fully non-custodial, so your assets stay in your wallet. Step 4. Complete the bonus quests xStocks posts on their X account. Don't skip these. Bonus allocations from quests are how the top airdrop recipients separate themselves from everyone else. Let me leave you with this. We just watched the biggest IPO in history go on-chain in real time. SpaceX, $1.77 trillion, tokenized, trading 24/7, with hundreds of millions in demand flooding in faster than anyone could supply. That's not the future. That already happened, just days ago. There have been thousands of airdrops in crypto. Most are forgotten within a week. But every once in a while, a setup comes along where the backing, the timing, the infrastructure, and the narrative all converge into something that could genuinely reshape the industry. A company with a Fed master account, a NASDAQ partnership to tokenize Wall Street, a multi-billion-dollar acquisition spree, its own Layer 2 blockchain, a payments app in 160 countries, and a points program quietly hinting at a major airdrop. The biggest IPO ever just proved tokenized stocks are real. The biggest airdrop ever might be how you get a piece of the company building the rails underneath it all. This isn't just an airdrop. It's a chance to own a piece of the company building the bridge between traditional finance and blockchains. Don't look back at this video in 6 months wishing you'd acted. This is not financial advice. Do your own research and only use money you're comfortable with. But the window is open right now. So tell me in the comments, do you think Kraken will actually airdrop its own stock? I want to hear your prediction. Tokenized stocks, the tax-free way to trade stocks.